Forget horsepower for a second. As a car enthusiast, you know true beauty lies in the engineering masterpiece under the hood. And that's precisely where the new Ferrari 12 Cilindri shines. We're talking about a meticulously crafted 12-cylinder engine, a symphony of pistons and power that pushes the boundaries of automotive design. But what makes this engine so unique? What innovative tech are they hiding under that sleek red hood? In this video, we will get under the hood of the 12 Cilindri, explore its groundbreaking engineering, and explain why this car might just be a turning point in automotive history. So, if you're ready to geek out over some serious car tech, stay tuned. So, Ferrari has just announced the latest addition to the Ferrari lineup, the 12 Cilindri. Now, you might be scratching your head thinking, what in the world is a 12 Cilindri? Well, let me tell you, it's not just another fancy name for a 12-cylinder engine. That's not how Ferrari rolls. See, Ferrari likes to do things a little differently. They march to the beat of their own drum, you know? So when they decided to unveil the 12 Cilindri, they weren't just thinking about horsepower and torque. They were thinking about making a statement, grabbing attention and leaving everyone in awe. Now, you might wonder what sets the 12 Cilindri apart from the rest of the pack. Well, hold on, as we're about to spill the beans. It's truly a masterpiece of engineering, a work of art on wheels. Every inch of the 12 Cilindri screams luxury and performance, from its sleek curves to its powerful roar. But Ferrari didn't just stop at making a jaw-dropping car. They went above and beyond to ensure that the 12 Cilindri delivers an experience. This car epitomizes automotive excellence, from cutting-edge technology to exquisite craftsmanship. Now, let's get into the heart of the beast, the mighty V12 engine that gives the car its name. We're talking about a powerhouse, a 6.5-liter V12 engine ready to leave some hypercars eating its dust. With 820 horsepower and 678 newton meters of torque at 7,000 RPM, this engine means business, and you can rev it up to a mind-blowing 9,500 RPM. Unleashing acceleration that'll have you going from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.9 seconds. Need more? How about hitting 0 to 200 kilometers per hour in a blink and you'll miss it 7.9 seconds. And just when you think it can't get any crazier, this beast continues until it hits a top speed of over 340 kilometers per hour. But this beast isn't just fast, it's loud too. With the raw power of its engine, it can unleash a thunderous roar, belting out 72 decibels of sound from the exhausts. That might be music to some ears, but it's a bit too much to handle for others. That's why Ferrari has worked to magic to tone it down, ensuring passengers inside the cabin get the whole experience while giving passerbys a break from the noise. It's the perfect balance of power and consideration wrapped up in one mighty V12 engine. Now, let's talk about the aesthetics of this beast. Ferraris are known for whipping up some of the most drop-dead gorgeous cars in the world, but does this one make the cut? Well, not quite in our book, but beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? Nobody's keen on what they're calling the front mast. It's this unchangeable black part of the model that, let's just say, doesn't exactly float any boat. And Ferrari's design chief has sworn up and down that you won't catch him painting over it, not in a million years. Now, there's another black element featured around the back and on the absolute ends of the car, but this one serves a purpose. Unlike its counterpart up front, this black bit means business. It can tilt by 10 degrees when you hit speeds ranging from 60 kilometers per hour to a mind-boggling 300 kilometers per hour, giving you an extra 50 kilograms of downforce to play with. And if you're feeling deja vu, you're not alone. These black bits and the car's overall shape seem to take a page from the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Daytona's playbook, but if you borrow inspiration from somewhere, you might as well make it a classic, right? And check out those headlights wrapping around the front bumper, giving a nod to the iconic 365 Daytona from the swinging 60s. And LED daytime running lights, they stick out like the chrome bumpers on vintage Ferraris, adding a touch of old school flair to this sleek new ride. But let's talk about the real showstopper, the back end. It's where things get radical, folks. The 12 Cilindri sports completely flat taillights, a departure from the roundness of models like the SF90. And check out those quad tailpipes. No curves here, just sleek rectangular pipes that mean business. And if you're all about that wind in your hair vibe, you're in luck. Ferrari also offers a drop-top Spider version for those who crave open-air thrills. Usually Ferrari keeps the convertible versions of its cars under wraps for a while, but not this time. No, the 12 Cilindri Spider looks exactly as you'd expect, like its coupe sibling, but with a folding metal roof for that extra dose of excitement. 12 Cilindri also introduces visible active aero on its top surfaces, a first for the legendary mark. Two lifting buttresses flank the tailgate, springing into action automatically to trim the air and steady the car as it cuts through the wind. But to keep things balanced, active underfloor flaps in the front splitter and rear diffuser work perfectly, ensuring optimal aerodynamic performance without sacrificing stability. And forget what you've seen in other supercars, these elements aren't playing a game of left to right. They're all about teamwork, working together to keep you glued to the tarmac. Let's talk about chassis. Like its predecessor, the 812, the 12 Cilindri boasts an all-aluminum chassis. But that's where the similarities end. Ferrari's engineers have been working hard to create a new, lighter, and stiffer design. How'd they do it? Revamping the way they cast the shock towers, making them more rigid and lighter on their feet. The result is a lean, mean driving machine that tips the scales at a svelte 1,560 kilograms. Now, that figure might not include fluids, so take it with a grain of salt. But one thing's for certain, this car means business. And if you're a performance junkie, you'll be thrilled to know that the new chassis is 15% more rigid than its predecessor. That means better handling, sharper cornering, and a whole lot more fun on the track. Step inside the new 12 Cilindri and you'll feel like you're stepping into a familiar territory, especially if you've seen the Ferrari Purosangue SUV. Yes, apart from the obvious lack of back seats, the interior of the 12 Cilindri bears a striking resemblance to its SUV sibling. Drawing inspiration from Ferrari's sleek Roma and Purosangue models, the 12 Cilindri takes a page from their playbook with its two individual zones for driver and passenger. Each gets its own controls and display, ensuring everyone has their own slice of paradise. But, breaking tradition for a two-seater Ferrari, there's a third, larger touchscreen display smack dab in the center of the dash. And why the change? Customer feedback. It controls everything from media to ventilation, putting the power at your fingertips like never before. Take a gander at the dashboard and you'll notice it's a mirror image of the Purosangues. It wraps around the driver like a warm hug, putting everything you need right at your fingertips. And don't worry, your passengers won't feel left out. They've got their very own display and touchscreen so they can keep tabs on your speed and offer up their unsolicited driving advice. But that's not all. In the center, you'll find a spacious screen equipped with all the bells and whistles, including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Let's face it, no modern car is complete without seamless smartphone integration. Regarding luxury, the 12 Cilindri pulls out all the stops. Alcantara upholstery abounds, enveloping you in comfort and style. And if that's not enough, fear not, you'll have the freedom to customize every last inch of leather and stitching to your heart's content. After all, when you're behind the wheel of a Ferrari, there's no such thing as too much luxury. And what about the upgrades? While Ferrari doesn't mess with the brakes and suspension, they've gone full throttle on the software front. They've completely overhauled the software, giving it a fresh new vibe and throwing in brake-by-wire for good measure. And they've put in some elbow grease to shorten the wheelbase by a cool 20 millimeters. All thanks to some tinkering with the rear wheel steering system from the 812 Competizione. As we discussed earlier, Ferrari's got you covered with a top-notch instrument screen lifted straight from the 296 or SF90. And just when you thought they couldn't top that, they've thrown in a separate screen for your passengers too. I mean, come on, it's 2024. We can't be driving around in a car without a fancy center screen, right? And Ferrari knows it, decking it out with all the bells and whistles. From seat controls to HVAC settings, all at your fingertips. It's like driving into the future, one sleek upgrade at a time. Are you impressed with this new beast? Which feature did you like the most? Share with us in the comment box below, and don't forget to subscribe.